No, I want to heal this country. This is a war. We've been through a war. We have an invisible as opposed to a visible enemy. I think in many ways the invisible enemy is much more dangerous, is much tougher. In the G7 today, I went through country after country. We were there. We all get along great. Angela Merkel and Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister of Japan, and all of them. And their countries have been devastated by this. Their economies have been devastated by this. 184 countries all over the world. And we went through one after another. And I was angry because this should have been told to us. It should have been told to us early. It should have been told to us a lot sooner. People knew it was happening, and people didn't want to talk about it. I don't know why, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. But people should have.
China, or I mean,
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying people should have told us about this. They should have told the rest of the world too. When I looked at Germany talking today, when I looked at France talking today, the European Union was there represented. That represents a lot of countries. Their economies have been devastated, but they're going to build them back. But we're going to build this economy back bigger, better, stronger than ever before. You watch. And we have stimulus. And we're going to do things, whether it's infrastructure, which we would like to be able to do, our roads, our tunnels, our highways, our bridges. Our bridges need help. You know, a lot of you have reported on our bridges. A lot of bridges are in bad shape. They should have been fixed 25 years ago, and they're still standing. They have to be fixed. So hopefully we'll get an infrastructure bill. The good news is the interest rate is close to zero. And zero interest is a good thing when it comes to rebuilding your infrastructure and your country back. Please, in the back.
Mr. President, walk us through the calendar, if you would. When it comes to Memorial Day or even Pentecost in May, you've got July 4th, Labor Day weekend. What would you anticipate at each of those milestones?
Well, I don't like to anticipate because you have a couple of states that are in difficulty, that have made a lot of progress, by the way, and they're either here or they're heading down. But so I'm not going to go in terms of dates, but I think we're going very quickly now. I really believe. I think we're going to have a lot of states open relatively soon. We're beating the date. I said a date of May 1st, and, you know, here we are. And I think you're going to have some nice surprises over the next few days, and that'll be before. And that's big stuff. Some of those states are big. They're big stuff, big, very important states. And it's going to be added on. And as we look, I don't want anyone coming back that isn't in position to come back. The last thing we want is for, let's say, a New York to come back too soon or a New Jersey to come back too soon. We want them to come back when they're ready. But they're really heading in a good direction. And I think it'll be much faster than people think. I think it'll be quicker, but it's got to be safe.
you're
So
assuring
just so you
the government
understand,
next step.
excuse me, just so you understand, we have tremendous testing capacity. You look at the labs; they're actually saying, "Send us." And the reason it's gone down is because we have so many other tests that, frankly, are easier because you don't have to send; they're on site. And now we have the new saliva test that just came out yesterday, which is probably the easiest of them all when you get right down to it. And I was seeing where Rutgers is involved, great school, great college, great university, and they're using that. So many people are going to want to use that, but they don't have to use the labs anymore. Labs are great, highly accurate, very, very great companies, but they're down. They have tremendous, as that goes down, you have additional capacity. We have tremendous testing capacity, and to think that a month and a half ago, we had virtually nothing. I just want to conclude, we're opening up our great country again. It's going to be over a period of time. We're working with some really great people that have become friends of mine. And I'm including Democrat governors that have really done a good job, Republican governors, most of whom I've known that have done a really good job. They're all working together. We're all with few exceptions, the relationship has been outstanding. And I want to thank Doctor and Mike. I want to thank the director. Fantastic job. We've all done, by the way, head of the FDA, he has broken hurdles that years ago, even recently, would have taken years. He got one thing done in one day that would have taken 2 years for somebody else. So I want to thank Dr. Hahn of the FDA. We have incredible people that we're working with, and We're going to bring our country back, and it's going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before. We have learned a lot. We've learned a lot about ourselves. I want to thank everybody, and most importantly, I want to thank the American people. Thank you all very much. Thank